It's your boy Griff here, back another video, and today I got a special video, guys, man. Today we're going to be talking about something that happened in the news from when they dropped on December 31st. Now I'm a little bit late to it. A few people have made videos on it, but I actually kind of want to make like a little discussion video. I hadn't really done one. I think the last one I've done was when I was talking about like the Beast Gohan problem and stuff like that. But after that, like, let's do another discussion video. I feel like this will be pretty interesting. It might bring a little bit of some fresh air into the game, depending on what this, like when we get into this video, what they're going to do and stuff. So yeah, if you guys are new, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We did hit 12k literally the first day of the year. We hit 12k, so we was at like 11.9k on New Year's Eve. So the fact that we hit 12k, bro, just to start off the year is amazing, bro. You guys are amazing. Super blessed to have you guys, and what a journey, bro. What a great way to start off the year. But we got to keep it pushing. Let's keep it pushing, and let's start off with this video. So let's get into it. So let's read this here. I'm on LegendsNEWZ.space. This is just a reliable website for so much stuff. So let's read this, right? You can actually check this out on the news, but I feel like it's just better to show it on a computer because there's some examples I want to show that can correlate to two tags that I'm probably going to go for. You guys can let me know what tags you guys think they're going to talk about, but let's read this here. It says, thank you very much for Dragon Ball Legends last year. Thanks for all of you. You know, they bring another ring to another year. Here's a 23. There isn't much time left in Legends Festival, so you guys know that this month, Legends Festival is going to end. But they said, but we are planning on introducing a new character tag in January 2023, and we'll be holding a special tournament at Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour 2023. Now, I don't know when Battle Hour 2023 is going to happen. I feel like it might happen like around March, like they did 2 years ago, a year ago. They usually have one like around February, March. So unless they have Dragon Ball Battle Hour in January, will be interesting. But with Legends coming celebrating its first anniversary this year, there's a lot to look forward as the game continues to evolve. As the further strength to our gratitude, they gave you this little New Year's Rising ticket. But the biggest thing I want to talk about is this line right here. This line right here. There isn't much time, but we're planning to introduce a new character tag in January 2023. So that's actually interesting. It depends on what character tag they introduce. Can definitely spice up the game for sure. Legends right now is at a point where they pretty much have showed, they kind of have every hype character that you can think of. Now there's some specific moments that they can add, like Big Bang Vegeta, Final Flash Vegeta. They can add Heat Dome Trunks LF. They can add, you know, like Janemba, DKP. But in terms of like their height, like Goku, Frieza, but they're really running out. Like pretty much this year, they still have a missing. Like there's some GT moments in there where you can add like the Spirit Bomb Goku, but they're really running out of ideas. So introducing a new character tag, depending on what they introduce, can definitely spice up the game. Now there's two tags that I actually want to talk about, especially correlated with Dragon Ball and stuff. I want to talk about these two tags. So the first tag I want to talk about is the giant tag. Now Dragon Ball, one of the biggest things about Dragon Ball is they have some giant characters in there. They have multiple giant characters throughout the show, from OG Dragon Ball to DBZ, Dragon Ball Super. We have seen in the movies, we've seen giant characters. So if they do introduce character tag and it's giant characters, that'll be interesting, because then they'll probably have found a way to make giant characters playable in PvP. And like I said, there's so many giant characters in Legends, in the Dragon Ball franchise, that they're missing out on. So the two, I have a few examples, but the two biggest ones I want to talk about really is from the movie. The what's the name of it? Super Dragon Ball Heroes, bro. Like, we got Beast Gohan, we got Ultimate Piccolo, we got Pan, but the two of the biggest ones is Orange Piccolo when he's giant. They could definitely do a smaller version of Orange Piccolo for sure. I really feel like he's going to drop this year, but he also turns giant. You know, he turns giant when he faces up against Fel Max and stuff. So this is definitely one character That would be pretty cool if, like, say for example, he's at LF and he transforms into like the gigantic. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty sick. I would be losing my mind if that happens. But Orange Piccolo is definitely one of them, and also the antagonist of the movie, Cell Max. Like, you got to find a way to introduce this guy into the game. I don't know in terms of PvP wise or PvE, but this guy gotta be introduced. He's a character that they're missing out on. Maybe not that many people are hyped for him, but they can make some type of revenue off this guy, depending on what they do for this guy. This guy can definitely be interesting for sure. Just having Cell Max, just having this antagonist of the show, of the movie, for sure. So next is, I feel like a lot of people's favorite is Great Apes, bro. There's so many Great Apes that happens in Dragon Ball, and that's interesting. Like, you have Gohan, you have Goku, you have Vegeta, you have Bardock, you have Great Ape, Super Baby. You have these multiple like different Great Apes that happens throughout the show, and it'll be pretty cool to see some Great Ape forms, bro. Like, we do have the Great Ape LF from Ape Vegeta, but like in terms of being playable, we don't. So they can definitely introduce multiple Great Ape forms. Will be pretty cool. I feel like some of you guys will actually like that. It will be pretty nice. Not gonna lie to you. Next is Hirudegan. We actually have Hirudegan in the game. When Tapion dies, you do see Hirudegan like appear and do like some AoE damage and stuff. But like, as in terms of a playable Hirudegan, we don't have it. Now, I'm not saying that people are gonna be hyped for him, but just like I said, it can flesh out the tag a little bit more. And then there's some other giant characters I'm missing, like I think Giant Lord Slug, Giant Piccolo when he faces Goku in the what's the name in OG Dragon Ball, when he faces Goku in OG Dragon Ball the tournament, right? So definitely them. I'm probably missing some other giant characters. Let me know in the comments who I'm missing, but I'm definitely missing a lot of giant characters. But the other one I'm also thinking about is some TLP buffs, like Ani Laza. Like, this guy was pretty interesting. Pretty interesting from, I think it was like, I forgot what universe it was, but it was like the robots one, and like they all transform into this like gigantic character and stuff. So they just have so much characters that they can definitely add into the game, but that's only if they're able to find out the giant tags. Now, that's probably one of the more like ones that most likely could happen, but if they really want to spice up the game, they could add a superheroes tag. Now, superheroes is its own little game thing, and it has its own little like story and stuff, and they have so much more fleshed out characters for us to introduce. There's so many characters in Super Dragon Ball Heroes, man. Like, man, some of the biggest ones I could talk about. If they introduce this will be crazy. Now, me personally, I wouldn't be the biggest fan of it, because just the amount of Saiyan forms that they have, like the Saiyans would be top tier. But in terms of bringing hype, I feel like a lot of people would be hyped. Majority of the other community would be hyped compared to not being hyped for it, because there's just so many cool forms and so much new units that they introduced in here. Like, some of them is like just Beats. For example, Beats is like one of the main protagonists. So here he's like a Saiyan. You also have these other people that's like his friends. That's a certain, they're like, one that's like a Namekian, one is like a Majin Buu, one is a girl Saiyan. And then you also just have these different forms from these different characters that we know, like Golden Cooler, like I think this is Janemba X or something, where like he has like the black form. You also have like Super Saiyan 4 Broly. You have Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. You have you got Zeno, like Limit Breaker Goku, bro. You have so much form. You have Few, he's one of the main antagonists of the show. You have like Cell, you have like Cell X or something like that. You have like Majin Buu X. I don't even know, bro. I'm just scrolling down just to show you guys some of the characters. They have this guy here, he's also a villain, I forgot his name. Super Saiyan God Trunks. They just have so much fleshed out character from this game that if they do introduce this will definitely spice up Legends for sure, because you have just a wide variety of extra characters that you can introduce as well. Now, I don't know if they're gonna like introduce every single one of these characters throughout the game, but I believe I don't know if Dokkan has Super Dragon Ball Hero characters, but if Dokkan does, then it could potentially be a thing for sure too. Definitely could be something that Legends introduce as well. Maybe not introduce the mad hype characters first, but depending on what they do, either giant characters or especially this one, this will give them a little bit more life to the game, because now you have all these different forms and stuff. Will be insane, but it'll be pretty difficult for them because they gotta create the whole model from scratch, like introducing like Few, for example, him. Like, they gotta create a whole new model for this guy because he'll be the first one. Or like Cumber, or like Crumber, like Cumber, like this Saiyan guy right here. Zeno Goku. You got like Mira and Tora. You got Hearts. That's a villain. They got so many of these new characters that they introduced. They have to take a lot of resources to really build them characters up. But if they do this, man, I know a lot of people will be hyped. But yeah, that's pretty much it with my prediction on what I think could be the tag characters, the new tag that they introduced. We're probably gonna get a reveals and stuff. Maybe not next week, but probably in 2 weeks. We're probably gonna get a reveals and stuff where they talk about what they're introducing and stuff. So because the game is definitely running out of the hype characters for sure. Of course, they have the ultra characters, but if they're making ultra characters every 3 months, then we're only going to get 4 ultra characters per year. So it's just not really that much unless they're able to find a way to flesh out ultra characters faster and everything. So yeah, that's pretty much it with this video, though. Let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think the new tag that they're going to drop? Because it's interesting. Like, I'm trying to think of any other tag. They could do like a Majin Buu tag where they have like Spopovich and Yamu, but I don't know if anybody would be really that hyped for it. And it looked like they're pretty hyped. They're pretty excited to announce this. So it got to be something that kind of change up the game or spice up the game a little bit. So yeah, that's it with this video. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let me know what you think about this new character tag that's going to introduce in January 2023. And depending on which thing that they introduce can definitely give more life to the game. So yeah, that's it. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll grow up, man. I'm out. Peace.